Hey, Decathlon Gamer, welcome back to Tour de France 2023. This is episode number 11. We're heading towards the final race of this season, and the season had started horribly. I mean, we had no points in the first race, but we had a really strong performance in that second race, both from myself and the team, scoring more points than what we had. Well, we had 0 after the first, so scoring much more points than what we normally get in any of these races. So we head into this third one a little bit better off, and we head into this third one with an absolute rarity. Pogačar wins every flippin' race he enters in this game. Evenepoel has beaten him on the final stage to take a win. He had the leader's jersey. Pogačar took it after winning the penultimate stage, and Evenepoel took it back. So big surprise right there. Pogačar is going to be really hard to beat when we eventually get competitive with these guys. We got a long ways to go until that's going to happen. Tour de France has 2 early stage wins for Vingegaard, and he leads comfortably, but Carapaz takes the first proper mountain stage, closes that gap. Vingegaard still hanging on to the leader's jersey as we are about a third of the way, a little over a week into the Tour. Just about a similar position to where we're at in real life, actually, for that matter. Vingegaard has led every stage, including 3 stage victories. Here's that first UAE. Is it Pogačar? It is. Pogačar picks up his first stage win, but it's just a punchy stage, so he was likely to only grab a small decrease in the deficit. Vingegaard's had 5 stage wins. I have a feeling he's going to lead all 21 stages. Wasn't it last year's edition that Pogačar led for 20 of the stages? I want to say he did. Vingegaard, by the way, took 3 straight mountain stages there. I would say what's happened to Pogačar was he injured, but we've seen that he's won a stage. He's here. He's just not doing anything. This is insane. This is 7 stage wins for Vingegaard, and having led the whole thing. And here's the last chance to change it. Only 1 time trial, by the way, and he gets his 8th stage win. Wow. That is stunning. Yellow jersey for every last stage for Vingegaard, and 8 stage victories along the way. He wins the overall by nearly 7 minutes over Enric Mas. Pogačar was 11:30 down in third. Carapaz, Evenepoel, Hindley, Gaudu only missing the podium by a relatively small margin in comparison. But with those huge points hauls, what are we to do? How are we supposed to compete with that and progress? It's bound to happen eventually, but it seems a mighty challenge at this point, not being in any of the races. It's hard to accumulate very many points in the races we are in. Vingegaard with that victory, which somehow is 10 points less than what Pogačar earned in that race. No, that was the final stage. Okay. On the final stage. I see. 954 points, though, brings him ahead of Pogačar. He'd been well behind. Evenepoel was first. He apparently wasn't there and falls to 4th place overall, with Pogačar and Evenepoel rounding out that podium. And now we head into our final race of the season, which there's one more. It's the Worlds after this one. Here's where we are in the standings at this point. For one thing, Pogačar has moved back on top after winning a stage in the Euro Tour, but not winning the overall. I don't think Vingegaard or Evenepoel were there at all. I'm 98th with my 26 points. Grossschartner's 137th with his 8 points. And we as a team, 23rd. So we've been struggling to move up that 1 spot. We've been 24th, 25th the last couple of seasons. Can we finally secure a 23rd? The Alicante is 5 points behind us. Flanders Baloise. They are 7 points behind us. It's close. It's really close between the 3 of us. But if we get a good performance in this race, maybe we can finally get that 23rd position, which I don't think that's going to do much. I don't think it's going to open new races for us. Probably not. Based on the profile, first 2 stages are sprints but also longer than the other three. They are going to be the key to winning that combativity. And in terms of profile, we're looking at 3s and 4s, 2s and 3s. I like that third stage as a chance. The big points, though, come on that 4th, 5th stage. At that point, I have a feeling that KOM might be hard. Maybe it's the points jersey that we've got a better chance of getting after on a day like this. But in terms of intermediate sprints, there's only single intermediates, so it's going to be hard to be in enough breakaways to accumulate enough points to compete in that one. But maybe that could work out for us. So we'll try to get an early jersey. I don't want to expend too much energy on this first stage. Going for it. There is a couple of cobbled sectors in this one. I think I've been on that stage before. In fact, it's the only... I think I've had a total of 3 cobbled sectors all time so far in this series. Our rating for cobble is terrible as a result. I think 2 of those were on this stage last year, I think. Those 2 will bring us up to 5. We've got to lead over the top, though, if we're going to get credit for much of anything.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Yvelines. Today's route harbours few difficulties, but a mass sprint in the streets of Plaisir offers an uncertain outcome. The forecasted wind could splinter the peloton, and the final climb that lies close to the finishing line offers a perfect opportunity to trouble the sprinters.
Coming up on the first KOM, still descending, but we're only 1K from the top of this thing. So I'm going to come through. He wants me to... I've been taking turns, but okay, sure, fine. Just 2 of us, and we're already 3 minutes, 34 seconds ahead. So we have already secured the breakaway, and now looking to secure the King of the Mountains here and pick up the first point. I'm going to back off a little bit, but we've got it quite comfortably, actually. Cat 3 with a little cobbled section. Vedmore. I want to get this one because it'll put us in the King of the Mountains jersey and give us some points. And we are now 1K from it. The cobbled sector is after. Let's go now. He does not seem to be interested, so I think we've got this. 8 seconds ahead. That was not the top, by the way. We still have 300 meters. Lead the way out of a cobbled sector, and we get the KOM. So we've got 3 points. I now have the King of the Mountains jersey guaranteed for the day. Set up. Van Moore is 30 seconds behind me. Peloton 340. But he really lost some ground there, but he will make it back up here. But that's jersey guaranteed for the day, so that's big time points. We were also the first one off the front. We've been off the front the longest. We should have the combativity for the day as well. Great start to the points haul for this race weekend. And with a 4-minute advantage over the peloton, I think it's going to be a while before they catch up to us. So we should lead through the intermediate. If I can beat them in a sprint there, then it's going to be a very successful day. If I can hang on long enough to go through the lead on the final cobbled sector, that would be absolutely ideal. Map wasn't showing me my location at all. I was getting no updates on my location as we've been in a weird zone. I have no red bar. And we are 200 meters from the sprint point. I caught it. I have a chance. It's going to be really hard to overtake, but we will try. He's pushing for it, so he wanted it. So I don't get the intermediate sprint point. That's disappointing because I had no idea we were coming up on it. And yeah, end up with no red bar either. So he was already pushing tempo pretty hard. Or I had pushed hard and then he came through. I don't know what the case may be, but we're down to a minute 25 over the peloton, so they've really, really closed that gap on us after we went through that windy sector. Combativity award may not be a lock for me now. I definitely went off the front much earlier than Van Moor, but he's going to stay off the front a little bit longer than me, as he's just now getting reeled in. So there's a chance there, but there's also a chance that I'm going to try to attack again on this next KOM, pick up the points, and try to lead through that cobbled sector if at all possible. I'm not worried about the final sprint, as I don't think I'm very good for that one, especially once we go through that cobbled sector. It's going to take a lot out of me. I won't have much left. 3.5K from it now. I'm starting to work my way up. I don't have a lot of energy left here, but I still have some. And at 3K, you know, .5.
The lead group is onto the Côte.
Not great, but there's no big push right now, and we're already on to the climb. I think I might try to full gas attack before the cobbled sector, and then just ride as hard as I can. So ready, set. It's 800 meters. We'll go at 7. Here we go. Can I even escape off the front? There's the full gas part. And then we're going as hard as we can. Jelling up so I have a little more push.
At the top of the Côte,
And pushing for the finish line. And I go over the top and claim both points. Oh, that makes me happy.
Stage victory is very much
That
in
makes me
the ground for the
happy.
breakaway.
4K from the finish line. Using up what I've got left in the gel here. That's it for the gel, but as we go over the top, I'm 19 seconds ahead of the peloton. It's almost certainly not going to work out for me, but we'll do what we can. 6%. Get a little aero tuck, get a little more energy. Okay, it's starting to ease off again. 2K. Can only push so hard between now and the finish. I'm down to just a little bit of energy. But 21 seconds. 21 seconds ahead. Last kilometer. Almost out of energy. Don't bonk out. Don't bonk out. Oh, we blow up. Here they come. Here come the sprinters. I knew not to celebrate. I knew not to celebrate. That was close. That was close. That was cool though. That was cool to be in that scenario. I get the extra kilometers off the front, so I'm very happy about that. We get the extra KOM, so I pick up the maximum 5 points today. Love that. KOM jersey is ours for now. Importantly, I do exceed Van Moor by 10K on that competitivity award for the day. Longest stage is stage number 2. Let's hope they'll let me get into that break. As we get started on the stage, I of course got the polka dot jersey, which is great. Today I don't want to be in the break, but there's two reasons for me to bother with it, to get out here and want to go for it. Reason number 1, it's the longest stage of the 5. The kilometers off the front for the combativity award will very much favor us today and give us a huge leg up on it, where we realistically only need to be in one break of the last 3 stages to win that combativity award. 2, it's only 4 points, but 4 points in the King of the Mountains gives us 9, and that's a great start to the classification with a lot more points coming. At the intermediate sprint, that could be, right? If we could pick up 17, 20 points there, we've still got a chance at that classification, especially if we're able to get in the breakaway every day. So far it's just me, but we're finally seeing a couple riders attack, including Sheffield. Magnus Sheffield on the attack, so we'll see. Looks like we'll have a group of 3 here. I'm already a minute and a half ahead of the group, so that's good. Peloton did not like those 2 attacking, reeled them back in, so we're at minute 20. They start to back off. Sheffield immediately attacks, this time solo. I'd be happy if it's just the 2 of us. Gap's increased, so they are staying slow, and Sheffield is pulling away. Two riders attack. Short gap off the front. Looks like they're being chased. Degent, stronger, pulls away from Baies. But the peloton is chasing, so right now the gap is coming down. Sheffield has slowly drawn closer to me. He's still 44 seconds behind. He's pulled back about 20 seconds since he attacked. Part of me wants to stay out long enough to make it to that intermediate sprint. Part of me wants to continue riding because until the peloton is more than 2 minutes behind, I don't know that there's not going to be more against and Baies' push after the break seems to be, a two-man game. Again, now just 20 seconds ahead. But the peloton has closed that gap from 1:50 down to 1:30. Sheffield has also closed in about 10 seconds. So those guys are riding harder than I am, but not by a lot, just a little. But the peloton is definitely riding harder. Baies is nearly caught. Will they be happy with 3? I'd be fine with 3. I don't want to waste a ton of energy today. I'd be happy to go through the intermediate sprint first. And neither Sheffield or Degent are going to challenge because I have 5 points in the polka dots right now. So with only 4 points available on the day. And now it's down to 3. Gap's at 1:11. Are they happy or are they still chasing Degent? Still chasing. Gap continues to come down. Thomas Degent, way too strong of a rider for this breakaway. He's very good in a break. Sheffield comes through. By the way, he's way too strong for me. He's a much stronger rider, but you can see he's pushed really hard to get up here. So he's pretty tired. It's going to be a real shot on the intermediate sprint. Degent, also just 30 seconds behind. He's riding really hard. The peloton's still chasing him, so it's down to 42 seconds. If he catches us, peloton's going to inevitably catch all 3 of us. So we've got a problem on our hands, but we're now coming up on the sprint, intermediate sprint point, 5 kilometers till then. Sheffield is settling down a little bit, but we are holding Degent at 28 seconds. Peloton's now just 10 seconds behind him. 300 meters to the peloton now, so they're still closing the gap. And here goes Sheffield. Is he? Oh! Selected follow, and he just rode away from me. Degent has been caught. Degent has been caught, so that's good. Let's gel up a little bit. 1K to go. Sheffield, he's already sprinting. And here's the field. Oh, crap. I've been caught. He sits up. I need to get whatever points I can get on my way through here. Oh my gosh, I wanted it more than they did. I wanted it more than they did. I think I'm going to have to go back into the peloton unless they let... I'm 30 seconds ahead. I am 30 seconds ahead. So we still have a chance at making the break here.
The race is won as a team.
Can't believe that. They didn't go full gas. I went full gas. They're saving something for later. I wasn't. That's not a pure sprint win, but that was a sprint win against sprinters. Again, take it with a grain of salt. They weren't going full gas. And I 100% went full gas on that. So very much going solo for the time being. Out to 48 seconds. I'm still collecting kilometers for the combativity. So I don't have much in the tank. At some point, if they decide to speed up, I will be caught. But for now, I'm slowly recovering energy as I just go whatever pace I can and stay away for as long as I can. So for the moment, things are going well. Sheffield and Degent both deciding this is their day to be in the break and already coming together. So this is problematic because almost certainly the peloton is going to care and want to catch them. And sure enough, it's only a 10-second gap and they are being chased. And they're chasing me and I can't push hard right now. So looks like we're going to get reeled in here shortly. I might have to call that a day on this one. Try to rest and recover. The other guys just got caught before they caught me, and the peloton slows back down. So I'm 8 seconds ahead. I'm going to speed up just a little bit here and see if I can't pull back away from the peloton. For now, the gap is holding and it's starting to inch out. 10 seconds. Peloton is coming, and we've been caught. Group of 3, 21 seconds ahead of the peloton, and they are chasing. I'm very much in a recovery state right now. And we've been reeled in. Decathlon attacks immediately. Those two attack. Right now, they're not bothering to chase them, which would be a real disappointment because Decathlon is the one that they've been chasing, not me. And they're not chasing. It's already 28 seconds. They're chasing a third rider, not that particular third rider. They were happy with 2 riders away in the break. I'm going to miss out. I guess we're definitely going to go into recovery mode then. We won't have the most kilometers today, but when you add the kilometers today, plus the kilometers from yesterday, and how late these guys are getting off the front, Sheffield is going to go over the top first. If they split the points, that's good for me. But Sheffield gets the first point. Coming up on the 3rd climb of the day, the breakaway, nearly caught, but not yet. So with a 40-second advantage, they're not going to get caught this time. They're going to go pick up another point here. Full gas here. Sheffield attacks, so he picks it up. So he's got at least 2, maybe 3 points. And our chase has lightened up a little bit, but they went hard on theirs, and they're a minute away, so coming up on the 5K banner, I think I'm looking for an opportunity to maybe attack and catch those guys, use the red bar, and then go for that point. This will get me some more KOM points too. Obviously it would give me another KOM point. More kilometers off the front. 3.5K. I've not been able to get through the field. Now I finally find some space, have a little momentum on this downhill, which seems like a good time to maybe push and try to catch these guys. 25 seconds ahead of Sheffield. I'm pulling away quickly from those guys. 500 meters. Peloton has pulled the other 2 back. Okay, over the top in first place. We'll stay away as long as we can manage because they're giving me 48 seconds. So if they're going to give me time, I might as well use it. Okay, there's all my gels. We've got a big descent coming. 17K to the finish. I doubt that I have enough. This is me going to be swept up again, but I'm getting those extra kilometers off the front. I don't really think I'm going to be in the points classification anyway. I'm definitely going for the KOM in this contest. We've got 6 points now. 40 seconds off the front with a descent coming. How much recovery can I do on that descent? How well can I keep them away? 15K to go. 35 seconds ahead. I've given myself a little extra energy here. Can't really tuck right here. It's a little to keep pace. I can't really tuck right now. 28 seconds ahead. 11K from the finish. It's not enough, folks. I need a minute. I don't have a minute. Whoa. Oof. Thought that corner was going to be harder than it was. I'm at least picking up these extra kilometers, but I've definitely got nothing left for a sprint, so there's no sit up and let the group catch you kind of thing, and stay away as long as you can. Don't have the energy to get 8K though. I really don't. So we have to back off, and that gap's going to come down a lot faster. $2K from the finish. I'm going to get dropped here. Lost over a minute here. But like I said, that's a good thing on the GC to lose some time. Out of touch for the overall, which is good. 6 points in the KOM. Sheffield did pick up 3. At least I was able to get 1 point on the day and not have that gap cut down so much. Points classification, I have 37. 8th place, same spot that I was in previous day. Cavendish now leads on that one. Let's see here. And I do have the combativity lead with 190k. That's good. Those guys didn't end up off the front that long. And as much as it didn't put me quite where I want to be right now, we're definitely in a good position after 2 stages. And the 3rd, 4th, 5th stage are all shorter. One more stage off the front, though, will do us really well. Tough, short stage today. Just 102 kilometers. We're going to be inside 100k to the finish here very, very early. Cat 2 here at the start. I've already been caught. Sheffield's also here. We are 55 seconds ahead, though, so that's a good start. Sheffield's here, Storer here, Van Moor is here, which means I do have group of 5, minute 10 ahead. Already on to the biggest climb of the day, sort of. It's a long, gentle slope. Minute 21. Peloton has sat up a little bit, so we are opening the gap over the field. The pace is one that I can handle, though the red bar, not great. If we're going to be able to sprint for the KOM here, I need to use that gel now. This is the one that matters. It's the most points. And everybody had to attack to get off the front, so this is probably a good time, good opportunity.
Teammate who has everything to prove.
Minute 49 to the Peloton. Meaning this break may work. This could be a good day for us. If I can go over the top of this climb first. About an early break this time. I don't know if they'll let me go, but
immediately drop into a descent after the summit.
Storer's the only one. 1.6. Last steep section coming through. Here we go.
Keep an eye on him. He's the best climber in the breakaway.
This was about opening that gap. 600 meters. I'm 16 seconds ahead of Storer. 17 seconds. 18 seconds. 19 seconds. We got it. We got it. Easing off, easing off. 5 points. And that's going to help us develop. Ferron. Sheffield only grabs 2. Nice. Second climb. It's only a Cat 3, but it's still 10.8k, 3.9%. And we are pushing hard to try to open a gap over the Peloton, which we've added about 15 seconds to here over the first 2-3 kilometers of this climb. It is forcing me to go relatively deep. We're just hanging on to the back end for now, but we're still in good shape. And we're through the steepest sector of this one with 5k to go. There we go. Locked in on Ferron for now. And 2.2k. And it's another one of those scenarios where we may want to go early. Okay, here we go. 1.5k out. Will they let me get away? Red bar's gone, but we've got plenty of blue plus a gel. 700 meters. No, I've been caught. I've been caught. Not this time. Oh, Sheffield just slammed into me and took all my momentum away. There's only 2 and 1 there. Still haven't caught up. Out of gel. Ooh, no feed zone. There is no feed zone today. The bottom is the intermediate sprint. 20 points there with no sprinters picking up major points today. Could be an opportunity, especially with more guys here in the break. There's 5 of us picking up all the big points anyway. come on, come on. Don't let Ferron cut you off here. Don't let Ferron. Oh, here comes Sheffield. Nope. Sheffield gets it. I got second. Still 17 points is good. Not a lot left for this climb, but definitely nothing left for the climb after. So if we're going to have a chance, it's this one. We're a minute and a half ahead of the peloton. They will be coming. I don't think I will be left by the next climb. So I don't know if I'm going to be left by the top of this climb, but if I have a chance, it's going to be at the top here. 4K, almost out of energy. I will drop very soon. That's it. We are out of the group. No more points today. The worrying thing is they will get points. I might not have that King of the Mountains at the end of the day. I'm in the third group. Now fifth group is the main group. Peloton is starting to break up. But break was caught. No, it wasn't. Storer just went over the top first, picked up 5 points. I'm not sure who got the one in between, as I was busy getting blown up during that phase and went straight out the back of the peloton. Court Nielsen takes the win ahead of Serrano, Johannesson, and George Bennett. Interesting. Lenny Martinez took 8th. Good for him. And I've got 4K to go to the finish line. Top 50 already gone, so this was not a high position. But it's another day in the break, so it makes perfect sense that it's not a high position. I still have the King of the Mountains jersey, so that's good. I didn't expect to still have it today. Oh wow, 58 riders all on same time. My entire team made it through that except for me. KOM points for the day. Storer and Ferron split. I ended up with 5 along with Sheffield, and I have 11, so I think I'm 1 point ahead of Michael Storer at this stage. Cavendish managed to not lose time and actually leads the overall, but the final 2 stages are big mountain stages, including the Alpe d'Huez on the next stage, stage 4. So we will see the sprinters fall away, probably relinquish the KOM jersey following this one, especially if not having, say, 21 points or anything like that right now as we head into big climbs. I'm not a big climber yet. Getting that Cat 2, going over the top first for that one on the first climb of the day, was huge because it will give me a mountain attribute point following this race. And they're really hard to come by for me right now. We're not a good enough climber to win these Cat 2s. So managing to actually win one and get that point will make us that little bit stronger so that on the next one, we have a better chance. Winning the big climbs, so not happening. I mean, in terms of, climbing legs, we're top 60. Maybe this will make us top 50. Probably more like top 55 or something. But, every little bit, every point matters. And right now, to be what we're supposed to be, which is a climber GC kind of guy, taking these Cat 2s and breakaways are going to be the biggest thing going forward. I still need those flat rating points really bad. I need the cobble rated points really bad. But more than anything else, I need mountain points, and I need those Cat 2s to make them happen. So, and mountain stages in general. So the next 2 stages, no matter how badly I do on them, will help. They will help with that. I might get another mountain point out of that, even if I don't collect another King of the Mountain point along the way. And at the very least, I should be in a strong position for the combativity. 248 kilometers overall, but Vedmore, Sheffield, all competing for it. So guess where I'm headed in the 2 stages to come, if I'm gonna still have any hope in that one. And it's gonna be tough in those last 2 stages because I'm not a very good climber, and it could be quite easy for me to get dropped by the group. And if those 2 guys are there, the others are not a threat. Van Moor and Sheffield are. If those 2 are in a breakaway, they could easily grab 50k on me as I get dropped 50k before them. So it's not going to be easy to hold those 2 off for that award. I am picking up points though, and that's good. I'm now on 30, so I am making progress. Grossschartner. Now Martinez has picked up his first 3 points of the season. We have 41 as a team. Yolocante have picked up some points as well. They are right back at 6 behind us. It's going to be tough to hold them off and keep this 23rd. And I checked the calendar, there's 2 races after this one. So And we're not in either. So it's going to be really hard, but maybe this is the year where we finally get 23rd. But those last two stages are going to be freaking tough. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.